Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. I think as we were discussing the 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is actually devoted to renunciation. Renunciation. Mind you, Krishna the householder was speaking and Arjuna the householder was listening. So none of you can claim any exemption from whatever Krishna was saying. None of you should open your mouth to say, this is not applicable to us. This is applicable only to you. Only to you. For the ascetics and renunciates, we may not have Bhagavad Gita at all. We shall read the Upanishads, if necessary Brahma Sutras, a number of Prakarana Granthas are there, and finally we have Yoga Vasishta Ramayana. Bhagavad Gita is particularly aimed at 99.99 recurring % of humanity, all of whom are householders. And even the ascetics, they had their birth in the household, growth also in the household. For a short while they went out in search of a guru, and after having been initiated by him and living in his company, after gaining the necessary knowledge and fulfillment, they come again before the householders to be fed and nourished by them and to be helped in disseminating Brahma Vidya. So where is the question of householders being away from Bhagavad Gita at all? This is a point that I would like you to think repeatedly and also explain to the others. Shuddho buddho vimuktaha Shrudishikhara giram mukhyatatparya bhumi Yasmad jadam samastam Jagadidam amrtad vyapya sarvam sthido yaha Yasyam sham shavataraihi Suranaravanajairakshidam sarvametat Tam bhumanam mukundam hridigatamamalam Krishnameva prapadye Tam bhumanam mukundam hridigatamamalam Krishnameva prapadye Madhya hridaya kashe sadanandamayo Guru udedu satatam samyag Swatmananda prabodhagaha Hari, Harihi, Harihi, Harihi Om Tat Sat. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. We shall have the usual 3 times our collective recitation of Omkara, the auspicious monosyllable. Interlock your fingers and put them on your lap. Sit comfortably erect. Close your eyes. Open the mouth and heart and join me. But remember, deliberately think that our recitation should spread upon the whole of the earth, showering its benedictions on all the creatures inhabiting the earth. Harihi, Harihi. Namrata, can you not recite from there? As Aravindan was doing.
Yes, Swamiji, I can.
Karpanya dosho bhagata swabhavaha.
Karpanya dosho pahata swabhavaha.
Prichhami tvam dharma sammudha cheta.
Prichhami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha.
Yachreyasyan nishchitam yachreyasyan
Yachreyasyaad
nishchitam bruhitanme
nishchitam bruhitanme
shishyasteham
shishyasteham
shadhimam
shadhimam
tvam prapannam
tvam prapannam
shishyasteham
shishyasteham
shadhimam
shadhimam
tvam prapannam
tvam prapannam.
Good. Last time I was discussing verse number 26 from the 5th chapter. I also recited perhaps the remaining 2 verses which we are going to explain today. Kama krodha viyuktanam yadi, yes.
Kama krodha viyuktanam
Yadinam yatachetasam
yatinam yatachetasam
abhito brahma nirvanam
abhito brahma nirvanam
vartate viditatmanam.
vartate viditatmanam.
The mere sublimation of the 2 urges, desire and hatred, passion and prejudice. Are we to exhibit passion and prejudice that we have the human life? Let all the other creatures exhibit them. Why should we human beings, gifted with the power of thinking, the power of understanding, and the power of articulating, these higher faculties are there in us. With these, should we look for inner delight, subjective delight, spiritual delight, or should we always look for the carnal pleasures from the objects? Will you please answer me as a human, dignified individual? Our experience arises from the mind. Our knowledge arises from the intelligence. For everything, the inner personality is the basis for us. Every experience is internal. Every knowledge, needless to say, is all the more internal. Our whole life is subjective. You only have a cognition of your body. You don't have a body at all. You only have the feeling or cognition that I have a body. The cognition is the job of the mind and the intelligence. If the mind and the intelligence are internal, this cognition or comprehension is also internal. So you only have a notion of the body. You never have the body. See, it is something very great what I am saying. You only have a notion of your body. Our body is inert, our senses are inert. Both of them will not be able to give rise to any experience or knowledge. So all our knowledge and experience are inward, inner, internal, inside. And inside the body, can there be anything gross? Certainly not. Only subtle presences will be there. Mind is subtle, intelligence is subtle, ego is subtle, thought is subtle, emotion is subtle, knowledge is subtle. Everything is subtle and inner. My dear souls, will you have a steady retention of this knowledge? You don't have a body. You only have a notion of the body generated and preserved by your inner mind. So when I say Kamakrodhas are to be sublimated, don't think that it is antagonistic to life, incoherent with human life. Certainly not. Human life means enjoying the inner endless delight. Let the animals and birds revel in the external objects. We should not. We will eat only to preserve our body and health, so that the body and the senses will remain and we can use them for our interactions. But all this does not mean that your life and experience are external and gross. They are always internal and inner, internal and inner, internal and inner, internal and inward. They are invisible, sensorily not perceptible at all. Your mind is not perceptible, your intelligence is not perceptible, your ego is not perceptible, no experience is perceptible, visible. Experience can only be experienced, and mind is doing it. It is this mind that animates and activates our body and senses in the matter of gaining experiences and knowledge. Who activates them? The mind activates them. The mind employs them. The senses by themselves cannot do any function. Body also. When are you going to understand and act upon this? The world is absolutely equal before the humans, because all of them have equally the mind, equally the intelligence, equally the inner delight, equally the inner delight. Nobody is denied that. Nobody is closer to it. Nobody is distant from it. It is exactly the same. The rich man has to look inside for his delight. The poor man also can look at the same inside and have the same degree of delight. What is meant by sannyasa? We renounce everything, optionally, voluntarily, aspiringly, as a result of aspiration, idealism, value, a sense of goal. As a human, I am not to forget myself in dashing against the external objects. I must look for something within. Everything external is gross and it is transitory, fleeting. From fleeting objects, I cannot have any lasting joy. So the external world is not the forum for me at all. My own inside is the real treasure for me. To reveal this treasure, we get educated, we become knowledgeable, we are able to think well, understand well, employ our reason, conduct search and research and examination and evaluation, proper assessment. What do you say? Kama krodha viyuktanam yadinam yatachetasam. Yatachetasam. What is to be restrained, moderated, reformed or sublimated? It is the mind. You do nothing with the body. The sublimation is an inner mental process. Perceptions also are taking place in the mind. When you see a tree, the tree stands there and you are here. Both of you do not go to the other, one to the other. But I perceive the tree. How do I perceive the tree? The mind employs the eye, and the reflected light rays touch the cornea, then electrical pulses go up to the brain centers. The perception is inner, the process is inner, the perceiver is inner. Where is external here? You say the tree is external, again because of the mind's animation of the senses. The whole jugglery, the whole process is wrought within the body, within the body, within the body. My dear humans, can you not understand this? Are you not humans? Don't you have a mind? Don't you have an intelligence? Can you not think? Can you not reason? Will you ever say the perceiver is the eye? The perceiver is the body? Is not the body an outcome of food? Is not food material and matter? Is not the body a material mass, a gross mass? Like a clump of earth, like a block of stone, or maybe a piece of wood. Kamakrodha viyuktanam yadinam yatachetasam. And Krishna speaks to whom? Arjuna. Where is this Arjuna? In the battlefield. When, after the war cries were raised and discharge of arrows was about to begin, at that time Arjuna went into a total discomfiture. He was totally unnerved. He was unable to stand. The body was trembling, Gandhi was slipped off, the mind was whirling, the intelligence was counter-arguing. He had nothing to fall back upon. The horses cannot speak. Only Krishna, the charioteer, could speak here and respond. Therefore, he fondly looked at Krishna, saying, I am gone. My dear Krishna, what do you say? Can you lift me up? And Krishna rose to the occasion and lifted him up. And this is the way he lifted Arjuna, who was grief-stricken, doubt-stricken, delusion-stricken, fear-stricken, and ignorance-stricken. Are not these five conditions even today in all of you? Don't dismiss Gita saying that it was between two fighters and four fighting. We don't fight and we are not fighters. So Gita has no relevance to me. Never say that. I will never allow your tongue to say that. As a fighter, what did he encounter? He did not encounter lack of arrows. Actually, his bow had already slipped. He encountered what? Grief, doubt, fear, delusion, and ignorance. Are not these universal and common emotions for all? If at all you feel anything negative in this world, the negativity consists of all these. And by a process of dialogue, Krishna totally removed all these five. And Arjuna said, I am stable, I am restored, I am complete. I can fight if you want. a score of Mahabharata wars, he said. So don't escape saying that. It was a battlefield dialogue and we are not fighters, so it's not relevant. Our country is great. It understood the message properly, evaluated it, learned it very well, mastered it. And some people started speaking about it, sharing about it, explaining about it. And today, the entire nooks and corners of India know about Krishna, about Rama, about Bhagavad Gita, about Ramayana and the Mahabharata. What do you think of this country? How did they spread this education? It was all by individual efforts, as I am doing, we are doing. It was by individual listening, as all of you are doing. So restraining, sublimating the mind, whoever is able to get free from the hold of kama and krodha, for them the Atma will have been sufficiently known. The mind free of kama krodhas is itself the self. With kama and krodha, a coloring takes place. It is just like the clouds becoming colorful. Actually, is there any color? Is there any coloring? All colors are practically a delusion. It is water, colorless water, evaporating from the surface of water bodies. And they go up, dropping all the salinity in the water from the sea. And after rising, they become cloud, they are practically no color. Suddenly you find rainbow, so many different colors. It is something like that. Our mind is a subjective inner product, inner presence. There cannot be any passion or prejudice. Both arise because of a delusion in us. Because you don't know the experience is internal, knowledge is internal, perception is internal, perceiving process is inner, perceiver also is inner. We never know it, we never think about it. Nobody tells us and we don't think ourselves too. This is the crisis of human life, the crisis of human intelligence. It is that crisis that led Arjuna to this kind of an imbecility on the war front. So for these people, the self is known and Brahma Nirvana abhidaha. Around them, Brahma Nirvana also moves. It is not that these people look for Brahma Nirvana by meditation, sitting in a place, collecting their mind, closing their eyes, dissolving the manovritis and getting into the source of the whole inner process. It is not so. It is not so. It is not so. Brahma Nirvana encircles them wherever they go, wherever they go. If you are good, goodness will surround you wherever you go. If you are bad, bad will encircle you wherever you go. Mind is just within the body. It is accessible only to its possessor, not to anybody else. Only to its possessor. Now Krishna concludes the chapter. Sparshan krutva behirbahyan chakshushchaiva antare bhruvoho pranapanau samau gatva nasabhyantaracharinav yadendriyamano buddhi munir mokshaparayanaha vigadecha bhayakrodho yasada muktaye vasaha. What does he say? The person who does what I am saying, that person is sada muktaha. ever liberated. He is liberated alone. Nothing else happens to him. He is an embodiment of liberation. Will you repeat these verses? 2 verses. Sparshan kritva bahirbahyan.
Sparshan kritva bahirbahyan.
Chakshushchaivantare bhruvo.
Chakshushchaivantare bhruvoh.
Sparshan kritva bahirbāhyam chakshushchaivantare bhruvo.
Sparshan kritva bahirbāhyam chakshushchaivantare bhruvoh.
Prāṇāpānau samau kritva.
Prāṇāpānau samau kritva.
Nāsābhyantaracharinau.
Nāsābhyantaracharinau.
Yatendriyamano buddhi.
Yatendriyamano buddhihi.
Munirmokṣaparāyanah.
Munirmokṣaparāyanah.
Vigadecha bhayakrodho.
Vigateච්ඡā bhayakrodho.
Yas sada mukta eva saha.
Yah sada mukta eva saha.
Yas sada mukta eva saha.
Yah sada mukta eva saha.
Sri Krishna is emphatic about the fruition of the spiritual sadhana in the form of yoga, karma yoga. That fruition he emphasizes very well. A person of this category, this kind, this quality, this enrichment, he is sada mukta, always liberated. So there are only 2 states for you, my dear children. Either you are free or you are bound. Maybe you are bound now. The alternate to bondage is freedom. As you are bound by ignorance, as you are bound by lack of introspection, as you are bound by indifference to our scriptural studies, as you are bound now due to your lack of search for your identity, so you will become free when you take up introspection, start searching into yourself, understanding that you are not the body but the soul, but the I. Let me not say soul. You are the I, the I, the I. And that I is within the body. It is not the mind, it is not the intelligence, it's not the ego, it's not the body, it's not the world. It's different from it, different from it. If it is different from it, all kinds of effects which the world and life bring about, how can they affect it? They can affect your body, but not the body different presence. The inner presence cannot be affected. So he says here, this is actually a reference to the next chapter. In the next chapter, which is titled Atma Samyama Yoga or Dhyana Yoga, he explained the whole process of dhyana and the attainments therefrom. Sparshan kritva bahirbahyan chakshushchaivantare bhruvo. Sparshan kritva bahirbahyan. The entire sensory experiences, in other words, the experience called world, is no other than sensory contacts for you. For the eye, the sensory contact brings sight and colors and shapes. For the ear, it is sound. For the nose, it is smell. For the tongue, it is taste. For the skin, it is touch. These are the 5 sparshas that you have. Generally, objects contact. That contact is in the senses. What contacts is the object. So he says, Bahyan sparshan behi krutva. Keep the external objects which try to contact your senses, leave them externally. Don't try to think of many sensory contacts, that is see, hear, smell, taste and touch. Always you are doing it. For a period, for a time, keep away from them. Chakshushchaivantare bhruvo. Our eyes are very sensitive. It's difficult for people to close the eyes and sit. The eyeballs will be rolling and they will be very impatient to open their eyes. So what should you do? Keep the eyes open. But, Krishna is very clever. Chakshushchaiva antare bhruvo. This is called the eyebrows. Bhru madhya is in between them, the hair. So start looking at that point. See, you cannot see at all, but you can make an effort. So when you raise your pupil and you try to like this, the result will be, eyes will be open and there will be an effort to see, but you will see nothing. How clever is Krishna? He doesn't say you close your eyes. Open your eyes and try to see. See where? Bhru madhya. That means you cannot see. There is a point, least distance of distinct vision. If you hold something very closely here, you cannot see. To see something, it has to be a certain distance away from the eye. So, Pranapanau samau krutva nasabhyandaracharinav. He doesn't say you should stop your breath. He does not say that you should take a long, deep breath and hold it within. No. He doesn't say you expel your breath and refuse to take. One is called Antara Kumbhaka and Bahya Kumbhaka. Antara Kumbhaka is breathe well to the fullness of your lungs and retain the breath inside. Refuse to leave. This is inside, inner Kumbhaka. The other is external. Expel all the air that you have. You know, you can expel quite a lot of air. Shall I show you? How can you understand? Keeping the air inside, everybody knows. How should you take? See, normally I am breathing. This is the normal breath. Suppose you inhale more. See? So much I have taken in. So the upper part of the lobes, upper lobes of the lungs will be full. And then retain it. Like this, then retain. Similarly, you expel. You can expel quite a lot. I don't know whether you can see what I am doing. See, I have breathed out. Again I will breathe out. See? So much air can be expelled. And then don't take it. He doesn't say anything like that. He gives you a beautiful process. Call it pranayama. Nasabhyantaracharinau pranapanau samau krutva. Prana is the ingoing breath. Apana is the outgoing breath. He says, let both of them be equal. To make them equal, where will be your centration or concentration? In the nose itself. When the air enters and also exits, there will be a sensation in the nose. Skin will be there. So you will know by touch. So what should you do? Look at me. Without any sound at all, allow the air to go, allow the air to come, and let both processes take an equal measure of time. It is not, it's not like that. Be focused on inside the nose. And the time taken for breathing in and breathing out should become equal. Pranapanau samau krutva nasabhyantaracharinau. Then yadendriya mano buddhi. Bah. All the senses, eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin, have a restraint over all of them. Then mind and buddhi, and be given to silence, be a muni, a mananashila, mokshaparayana. Understand that I am looking for redemption, I am looking for moksha, I am looking for freedom, freedom reserved for the humans. Vigatecha bhayakrodha. Ichha means desire, bhaya means fear, krodha means hatred. Vigata, all of them have fallen. I have risen above them. Such a person is always liberated. Just see. So what is liberation? Liberation is the freedom of the mind from ichha bhaya krodha. The same thing Krishna had said in the second chapter. Vidaraga bhaya krodha sthidadir muniruchyade dukkheshu anudvignamana sukheshu vigataspruha vidaraga bhaya krodha sthidadir muniruchyade. Such a person is a stidadhi. One will be able to float on these. Suppose you become irritable. That irritability should not swallow you. You should remain afloat. Let the irritation be there. No. Just allow it. It is possible that we get irritated. Make a provision in your mind for being irritated. Make a provision in your mind for being irritated. But when you are irritated, your hand should not tremble. What is all this? Are you a child? So our mind has got capacity to be afloat in any emotion. See, 16 to 17 hours of your interactional life. At the end of it, every day the mind totally wipes off all the interactional impacts in you and puts you to sleep. So what is the power of the mind now? All the interactional impacts. I can tell you hundreds of words indicating the impacts. All resulting in what? Sukha and dukkha. Pleasantness and unpleasantness. Simply by a process of introspection and evaluation, you will be able to become vigadecha bhaya krodha. Do not be afraid of love, afraid of hatred, afraid of fear. Understand that these are emotions associated with your mind. Just like breath goes in and comes out, these emotions may surge forth, but not cause a flood in you. Let them surge forth. You are mind. On the surface of the mind, this is surging. So understand that your mind is vast, it is deep. This is only on the surface. Now what are you feeling? The mind is in the emotion, that is what you feel. The sea is in the wave, not the wave is in the sea. If you have an expanse and depth, a vastness and a depth, your mind has got immeasurable magnitude. What about an emotion surging on the surface? What will it be of? Can you think of an equation between love as an emotion and the magnitude of the mind? If the magnitude is, what shall I say? It is infinite. In the infinite magnitude of the mind, what will be an emotion like love, hatred or fear? Will it be a digital percentage? Will it not be 1 by infinitude? So understand that your mind is very expansive, very deep, its magnitude is very profound. In such a profoundly immeasurable mind, any emotion is on the surface. That surface emotion cannot swallow the mind. Why don't you think? Evaluate this. When you evaluate the magnitude of your mind, all your emotions will become trifling. Trifling. Am I talking sense or nonsense? Will you please let me know? Am I talking sense? Is it intelligible to you? All of you are intelligent. Vigadecha bhaya krodho yasada muktaye vasaha. So what is spirituality? Spirituality is being conscious of your inner personality and magnitude. My body is maximum 60 to 70 or 80 kilograms, one's body. How much big can it be? Maybe you are 6 feet high and 75 kilograms you have your body. This is such a mass. And what is mind? Body is matter, but the mind is not material at all, it is spiritual. Because it is spiritual, it is more subtle than the sky. And what will be its permeation, pervasiveness? It is more pervasive than space. More pervasive than space. That is your mind. In such a mind, Baba, love, hatred, fear, what can they do? Understand the trifling nature of the emotions and the infinitely vast measure of your mind. This mind is what obliterates every day 16 to 17 hours of interaction and impacts in your everyday life. In such a powerful mind, can an emotion flourish to the point of overwhelming the mind, overpowering the mind, subduing the mind, nullifying the mind? Shall I tell you? Will you laugh at what I say? willingly get irritated, willingly allow love to surge forth, and willingly allow hatred to come. Invite it and remain poised and see what happens. Who will listen to me and practice this? I have resolved problems of dozens of people. You know what I say? There are people in whose life traumatic incidents have taken place. Traumatic incidents. Because they were traumatic, they are not able to overcome it. This must have taken place many decades ago in Jamshedpur. I was staying with Madhavan and Amni in Jamshedpur. So generally I conduct satsang when I am in wherever I am. So one lady, she must have been in her 40s or 50s, 40 or 50. She came and she was speaking to me in Hindi. I could not speak Hindi as much as I can now then. So she was speaking to me. I was also trying to respond. She was telling me, I want to forget something, but I am not able to forget. मैं भूलना चाहती हूँ, फिर भी नहीं हो पाता. So I asked her, she was not replying me properly. So I asked Amni, what is the trouble? I am not able to understand. You know, she was telling me, Amni was telling me, that one day suddenly a police vehicle came and stopped in front of their house. Northern town, I think. The police people entered inside and said, are you X? She said, yes. Get into the vehicle, they said. This lady did not pause for any time, did not tell anybody, simply got into the vehicle. They drove her, took her to a mortuary, opened the door and said, can you identify this dead body? It happened to be her son's. And what is the story of the son? He was given to evil ways and he had friends. So the friends have managed to kill him. This is the story. She said it was the son. Now this traumatic incident she is not able to overcome. Many thoughts could have come. Why did I go? What happened to me? I have delivered such a son, he was wicked. Did I do the right thing? Have I given him all the care? Many thoughts could come. So I heard her and said, with the help of my host, see, do you have faith in what I say? Shall I tell you what to do? Will you do when I tell you to do it? Yes. Then I said, are you giving to worship? Do you have a puja room? Yes. There is a puja room. I also worship. So as usual tomorrow, you have your bath, you have your worship, sit in the puja room, but close the door. After taking your seat on an asana, close the window also, allowing a small space for circulation of air. Now listen to me. Interlock your fingers and put them on your lap, close your eyes. Now, are you with me? Can I trust you for your attention? I am asking you, my viewers. Then, willfully bring back this incident willfully invite the incident. Police people coming, calling you, you are getting in, going to the mortuary, asking you to identify, you are finding that it was the son. This memory you invite willfully and then respond to it, I said. Respond to it in any manner you like, mentally and orally, not physically. You should not beat your chest or head. You should not. You can shout, you can cry, you can weep. You can speak in response to anything you do mentally and orally, but not physically. For how long? Maximum 20 minutes. Within the 20 minutes, I said, you will find your mind has become stronger and the memory has become weak. Open your eyes, get to your routines. Do the same thing next day. Preferably 2 times will be better. Depending upon the intensity of the victimizing memory that you have, you may have to practice it maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, but not more than that. Have you understood? She said yes. Will you do what I say? Yes. She went. On the 4th or 5th day, she came saying that my problem is resolved. I have no problem. There was another lady who lost her son on the birthday, on his birthday. She had prepared a very good meal and was waiting for the son, but the son got drowned in the river. I told her. She also came to me to report the same story. My dear souls, what do you understand by it? Am I talking sense or nonsense? Where is this agitation? What is its measure? What is its depth? And what is the vastness of your mind? It is your mind that reflects the whole world. So is the mind smaller than the body? Or it is infinitely greater than the body? In such a body, one incident. Oh, what is this incident? Tell me. In this, the whole episode would have taken about 20 minutes. The day consists of 24 hours multiplied by 60 minutes. In such a day, this has happened for 20 minutes. That one incident, its scar on the mind. And when you understand the mind is of an infinite dimension, that very knowledge will reduce its intensity beyond measure. I am speaking about stark reality and facts, not imagination. Vigatecha bhaya krodho. So invite love, invite hatred, invite fear, and be at home with it and see what happens. Is the fear greater or the mind on the surface of which it appears? Is the wave greater than the sea? How many waves are occurring in the sea? Sea is altogether only one, but how many different waves? If you take the waves, total them, and consider the volume of water in all the waves or the weight, and compare it with the whole depth and weight and measure of the sea, tell me which will be more. The waves toss the boats, I understand. But the waves do not topple the sea. Is it not a fact, my dear viewers, am I telling you a fact or a fiction? What defense do you have for your ignorance, for your laziness, for your indifference, for your callousness, for your foolishness, for your delusion? What defense do you have? Yadendriya mano buddhihi. Your trouble is that you don't believe in the existence of the mind or the intelligence. Eating 4 or 5 times a day, you increase the weight of the body, loading the heart and lungs. You never care to nourish the mind, nourish the intelligence. Make them the guiding factor in your life. Body is guiding you, not the mind, not the intelligence. Let you be guided by the mind and intelligence. Yes sada mukta eva saha. A person who is given to reforming and refining the mind, sublimating the emotions, getting enriched every day, empowered every day, refined every day, expansive every day, elevated every day, enlightened every day, such a person is always liberated, always liberated, always liberated. This is not a liberation for which people wait at the end of the kalpa of Brahma. No. This is a ready hand liberation to be experienced by you here and now. Sparshan krutva bahirbahyan chakshuschaivantare bhruvoh pranapanau samau krutva nasabhyantaracharinav yadendriya manobuddhi munihi mokshaparayanaha vigadecha bhayakrodho yassada muktaye vasaha. Munihi. Who is a muni? The person who keeps quiet? No. He must have manana shila. He must be given to introspection, meditation, contemplation. Moksha parayanaha. I want freedom, freedom, freedom. I want the ecstasy of being free. I am under the shackles of the mind and the intelligence. These shackles are intimidating, subduing, victimizing, agitating, unsettling. I want to get rid of this. That is called the moksha. And the way is to reform your mind, to refine your intelligence, to enhance the perceptivity of the intelligence, enhance the purity of the mind, and liberation will result. Today I will stop a little earlier. Samvedya varjidam anuttama megamahadyam samvidpadam vigalanam kalayan mahatman hridyeva tishtha kalanarahita kriyam tu kurvan agartrapadamethya samodidashri kurvan agartrapadamethya samodidashri. Hari, Hari, Hari. Now we shall have the conclusional Omkara. Take your mudra as usual. Oh.